Morning, everybody. I'm Meg from LovenStamps, and you are watching Maker Mornings with Meg. We are just a teeny bit late if you're watching this morning live because, you know, technology, right? Gotta love it. So, which reminds me, links to look at supplies for today might not work exactly the way they're supposed to for the moment. So hopefully that'll all get resolved and sorted out in the next day or so. But in the meantime, of course, you know, you can use, find me for all of your supplies and so forth for our projects, which today feature the ultimate card layout. This is, I'm just going to say it, it's the ultimate. And it is the ultimate because it works for pretty much any stamp set, pretty much any occasion, pretty much any mood. You just change up the stamps and the papers and the colors and you are ready to rock. So speaking of ready to rock, today's project features the Rockstar bundle. We actually aren't going to use the dies today. I showed you a card with this one a few episodes ago. This was a fun vertical fold card. We're going to use this same stamp set, but not the dies today for the ultimate card layout. And then we're going to totally switch it up. And we're going to use some papers and a stamp set that are a whole different flavor. We're going to pull out Sunny Days, which is one of the sale-a-bration papers. So here's the front side. You might be more familiar with it. Matches Bright Skies, which I'm going to feature in February. And then here's the back side, and then here is our stamp set. So lots of totally different possibilities for this compared to the rock and roll card. But with that, are you guys ready to see this card? You are going to want to bookmark this or pin it or save it or print it out or whatever your method of saving information about stamping is, because this is a card you'll use over and over and over again. So, all right, with that, I'm going to drop our camera down and we are going to get started here. So, Rockstar stamp set and our supplies. So let's talk about this real fast. The basic of our whole card here is a 3x4 piece of basic white cardstock. Now, a lot of times I do 3x4 DSP cards. That's a really great one too. I love it. The design work's done for you. But when you have a stamp set you want to feature, this is the go-to layout. Now, with our 3x4 piece of basic white, we're going to have a 3 1/4 by 4 1/4 piece of basic black. And this is a pretty universal tool, because what it does is it really frames that basic white layer with the little perks or with the it gives it just a little extra oomph on your page, I guess. It helps you to focus in on that and really see kind of the stuff that is on that layer. So that's what we're going to be working on. And then we're going to go with some designer series paper scraps, but we'll get to that as we go. So, all right. Hey, morning guys. Hey, Tanya, Margie, Mary Ellen. Hope everybody's having a good day so far. I'm going to pull out my Rockstar microphone here, and I'm going to pull out our little lightning bolt. This is a really fun stamp set. That is a really big block for that. We'll talk about that in a second. And then I need my thanks for being an icon image here, which is going to go on another block. And this microphone guy, does he fit here? Yeah, there we go. All right. So we have our stamps here all set, and we're going to go ahead and ink these up with our Memento Black. So when you're using the Memento Black, remember it is a fabric covered pad. So whether you're inking upside down or right side up, whichever, you want to make sure that you are doing like a twist, twist, tap, tap kind of thing. With a fabric covered pad, you want to do that twist, twist, tap, tap so that you get a good amount of ink on there with your twist. But then you tap, tap at the end because you want to eliminate the swirl that comes from that twisting pattern when you ink that way. So twist, twist, tap, tap. And then you know you have a good amount of ink here for our project. So there we have our image. And I'm just going to wipe that extra black off of my glass mat with my cleaner cloth. This glass mat has been really popular. Just had another friend order their starter kit this weekend so that they could get that glass mat. So, all right, and then we're going to bring in crushed curry because it is one of the colors in the adhesive backed lightning and stars. So these are the fun embellishments here, and a whole bunch of people said they got their their designer series paper embellishment shares. I'm glad you guys are really excited about those. So, all right, so we're gonna use crushed curry because the suite itself for rock and roll has only black and white in it. So this is the black and white paper, which means that you can turn this paper into anything that you like for color wise. So you can brayer these, you can sponge them, you can use blending brushes on them. You can add any accent color you want to this black and white base. So this is a really fun paper to have for that purpose. But I'm gonna go ahead and ink up this lightning bolt here, and we're gonna add some lightning bolts here coming from our radio. We're gonna add some embellishments, but we'll get to that. All right, now, like I said, I'm gonna layer this, and look what happens when we add that layer behind. It just frames this and really focuses your attention. So, all right. Oh yeah, Tanya says she hopes she can get a glass mat studio next month if they have extras for demonstrators. Yes, all kinds of discussion in the Stampin' Up! World. Will the glass mat be available or will it not? It for sure, get your starter kit now if you want one. That's our only for sure at the moment. So, all right. So with our mat right here, hi Cindy. Hey Sue, we're gonna go ahead and layer this, and I've got a piece of Sweet Sorbet cardstock, and this is just gonna add our extra punch of color here, which I love for this stamp set. So now is when I can bring in our piece of designer series paper. And you know how I was talking about how efficient this card is? Well, this is a 3" by 1" about. The width doesn't really matter, but 3 inches is great because it works if you have 6 by 6 paper, you're cutting it into, 3" chunks. If you have 12 by 12 paper, 3 inches is a great size to be cutting. It's just really efficient. So I'm gonna take this paper here and flip it over to this side for my glue and pop this on. So that gives us a set of just a little bit of extra presence on the side here, and this is gonna help us give us a mount for our greeting. Now, you notice I have a tiny little sliver at the bottom that this didn't line up. That drives me a little bit crazy. So I'm gonna make sure that the glue is set, and then I'm just gonna trim this off. And our Stampin' sorry about that. Our Stampin' Trimmer is great for trimming little tiny slivers, so that's easy to just take off the bottom and make that match. And the fact that I've cut my mat will be fine. No one's gonna notice that extra little fraction there on our difference. All right, so let's go ahead and take this, and we're gonna add this to our piece here in 1 second. But before I do that, I wanna add one extra little embellishment-y piece, and that is gonna be from the More Dazzle paper here. And this is sort of this mega, it comes in silver. It's kind of honestly champagne-y. It's not super silver, and gold. But these are these super sparkle papers. You see those giant sparkles on there. They don't come off or anything, which is nice if you are a sort of anti-glittery person for that reason. But what it does is it adds a lot of extra glitz. So I'm going to pop this here on right at the intersection here, and that's just gonna dress up our card once more. But the reason that I didn't go ahead and layer that white piece down yet is because I wanna make sure that I leave myself the ability to trim this off. Since I trimmed our piece already, I know that this is gonna be just a little bit too long. So I wanna make it easy for myself to trim. If I'd already glued this down, this would be a hard piece to cut at the bottom. So now when I trim with scissors to just adjust things, I usually like to do it from the back side so that I can really see what's going on. So, all right, so we're gonna take that and our Stampin' Dimensionals. This is a great chance to use up those edge pieces from your dimensionals when you're, actually this part I'm gonna glue flat. Sorry, I get ahead of myself. I was all excited to use those Stampin' Dimensionals to show you our plan. And tap down my glue to make sure that it is ready at the tip for me to use. And it helps too if you store your glue when you're not using it just vertically like this, so that the glue is down there at the tip. So you can either put the lid on or not. Usually it's fine either way. Now I'm gonna use those dimensional edgings and pop these around. So sometimes the dimensional edgings are very specific for things that you absolutely need them for. Today I'm just gonna use them as sort of general backing pieces. Hey, Becky. Oh, yeah. Kelly says she loves this set. Yeah, it is a great one, right? And pretty universal. Lots of people could get this card and be really happy. So now we need a greeting, and I'm going to pull in a piece of our Sweet Sorbet cardstock again, because when I use a card, I really like to go ahead or use a color. I really like to repeat it so that we have more than one instance of it. It just really helps to make those things feel really at home, make the colors feel like they belong there. And there is a good way, repeating that color is a good way to make that feel that way. And I just realized I wanted to add an embellishment kind of at the other end. So I'm going to stamp this again. There we go. And this is kind of a fun font. It's got this sort of brush scripty feel to it. And this is going to pop here with more Stampin' Dimensionals. And here I'll just use this extra piece right here. So there we go. Thanks for being an icon. A very fun kind of greeting for this card. I feel like I have too much space over here, so I'm going to trim just a little hair of that. All right. And now we need some embellishments, right? So this is card 1 of our ultimate card layout here. And I'm going to pull in some of our lightning and stars elements. So I'm going to pull in, I think I'm going to pop a couple of stars on here. So we have here there we go. We have our stars. Now, you could also put some lightning in here if you wanted. You could add in some of those like yellow lightning bolts, but I kind of like the stamped ones and then our little pieces here. So really simple, really quick, and really, really easy to be duplicated. So let's set this one aside here for a second and pull in a totally different flavor stamp set of here with the Let's Chat. Now, with this card layout, all you have to do is change up the colors. So we're going to change up, and we're going to pick from our Sunny Days paper here. So this side is Pool Party and Crushed Curry and Petal Pink. And the flip side of these are Shaded Spruce, and this must be Real Red, now that I'm looking at it. And these colors, to me at least, they feel like not like Shaded Spruce. I wouldn't put on a springtime paper necessarily, but it's so pretty here with the pretty grays in the bright skies. This is one of the celebration items. So one of the ones that you can pick out for free when you have a $50 order. So definitely look this one up. And I'm going to feature this paper and the Sunny Days Bright Skies stamp set in my February tutorial. So you're going to get lots of good ideas for this. So I'll just warn you now, you're going to want this anyway. So with that, I decided to go ahead with this Crushed Curry piece right here with these little sunshines on it, because I think the sunshines go nicely with our Let's Chat. And case in point, I was saying how easy it is to cut for this card. So I'm just going to cut off a 1-inch strip. This is 12 by 12 paper. I just happen to have a 6 by 12 piece here that I'm showing you. And then I've got 2 pieces cut here, kind of ready to go. So I could make 2 cards. And this is going to be an input required card. So we're starting with our same base here, but I'm going to need your help in picking a couple of things for this. So we have some color choices and so forth. So we're going to stamp by committee here, I like to call it. And so let's bring in our big phone. And so the colors I'm going to use are mostly Pool Party and Crushed Curry for this. So these are sort of our coordinating colors taken directly from our designer series paper. You know that if Stampin' Up! Artists put them on the same paper that they go together. So we're going to go ahead and use these 2. And so the first thing is our phone. So what color should we stamp our phone in? Our choices are Pool Party and Crushed Curry. So here's Crushed Curry I already have open. What do you guys think? What shall we stamp? I have one version of this card made, so I'll show you the one that I did at the end in case we come up with different ideas. But I have a couple of tips for you with this card layout and with this particular stamp set, actually. So I think you guys will find those really helpful. All right, I see 1 Pool Party. If the second answer I see is Pool Party, then we're going, 2 Pool Parties. Okay, we're stamping our phone in Pool Party. Well, there you go. We're already diverting from the first version of this card I made, so I'm kind of excited. I love to see how things Oh, I saw one crushed curry. Okay, well, Pauline, don't worry. I have you covered for the crushed curry phone version of this card too. So, all right, so I'm going to go ahead and stamp here. I'm going to put our phone at the bottom, and I know what you're thinking. That's great, Meg, but how are you going to fit everything on there? Because this phone is too large for like having here at the top, because we want our phone to be like not hung up already. We want our phone to be like answering, right? So what we're going to do, and something to remember about this stamp set, is you do not need this whole image on your card. You can have a cut off version of the image, just like what we've done here. And that will give you the effect, even if you don't have the whole thing, right? Like everyone will know what this little handheld thingy is here. All right. Now, if you are stamping off the edge on your glass mat, just make sure you do a super quick wipe so you're not spreading ink everywhere. And now I'm going to add in our cord, because this cord connecting the phone is the cutest thing. And you're thinking, Meg, how are you going to do that? Because you did not leave space. Now, I don't want to put the cord on this side because that makes it feel like someone's slamming this down, like, nah, we're done with this phone call. I want it to be opening so that it feels like it's our start of our conversation. But I've made this so that our little cord would have to go off the edge of our paper. So that is no good. But rest assured, we're okay. So what I'm going to do is take my Memento Black, and just like with our phone receiver here, the impression of the cord is what's important, not necessarily the actual placement. So I'm going to pop this on the side here, okay, so that it looks like our cord is connected there and then at the top, even though we didn't have them actually appear fully connected on our card. See how that works? I know. It's a great trick, right? Okay, I see lots of pool party fans. So Pauline, don't worry. I picked crushed curry the first time, so I'm with you. All right. So since we used, and there we have this black jumped off the page because we added this color to the background. So here you go. And now we're going to go ahead and we're going to come back with our little images here, and we're going to add our accents in our other colors. So we're going to use crushed curry for this. And I have my little heart here, and I have our little sort of talky thing. So I'm going to have our heart coming out of the receiver. And I'm going to have our little like talky word bubble, which is actually very much like what we did on our microphone. They're coming off of the heart too. So, all right. You can have a couple hearts on there depending on where you leave your space. And then just like on our rock and roll card, I'm going to, I'll pull that down. I'm going to add our designer series paper here. You can kind of see how this is coming together. I'll just tap my glue down so that it comes out. There you go. The sound of tapping glue just, it feels like card making to me. I'm kind of a big fan of multi-purpose liquid glue, so in case you hadn't noticed. All right, and so then here we have our layer here. Now, next question is, what should we use for our card background? Should we use crushed curry here, or should we use our pool party? What do you guys think? Pool party card or crushed curry card? So vote with your comment. Oh, Joan, I'm glad you like it. Vote with your comment. Crushed curry or pool party? Crushed curry, pool party. Crushed curry, pool party. Crushed curry, pool party. Oh, I saw crushed curry first. Okay. Oh, but I see two pool parties. You crushed curry people, you gotta speak up. These pool party fans are all over the place. Oh, Pauline, I'm there with you. I want crushed curry too. Crushed curry, pool party. Crushed curry, pool party. All right, pool party. Oh gosh, we're pretty even actually. It's coming through like 50-50. Now, okay, let's apply one of our card design principles and see here if we have a preference. We have the crushed curry here, which is already repeated. So we have two versions of this, and we have pool party here, which is really only here in one element on our card. And usually what I say is you want to repeat a card color so that you can connect what's available on your page. You don't want to have like one issue of one stray color. Oh, Anna says both. Ooh, ooh. Throwing us here, Anna. Okay, I have an idea for that maybe. But we want to repeat a color. So if we use Pool Party, then we're repeating the Pool Party on here. If we use Crushed Curry, then we're really strengthening the Crushed Curry color. But we have to pull Pool Party on here again, which we could do. Okay, so we're gonna go with Crushed Curry here because it's gonna be pretty different from the other version that I showed you. And I think, I don't know, did anybody tally the votes? I'm calling it 50-50, but maybe my quick math as it goes by is pretty. Oh, Kelly says Rogue, do Crushed Curry. We're doing Crushed Curry. We've got it. All right. So actually, before I do that, we have one more choice to pick. And actually, I think that the Crushed Curry is definitely going to affect this choice because we need to add our tiny little strip. So do we want our tiny little strip to be silver, the silver champagne-y kind of color? Or do we want our tiny little strip to be gold? Oh, I don't know. I guess I could see both of them. So here's the silver version to go across there. Or do we want it to be gold? Decisions. Okay, well, while you guys are voting with your comments, I'm going to cut the silver. I have the gold cut, but just in case we pick silver, I'm going to go ahead and cut this. So this is 6x6 paper, and so I am going to go ahead and cut a 6-inch strip of it from the edge, and then I'm going to go ahead. Let's see, I see a silver. I only see silver. Oh, a gold. Anna's got a gold. Silver. So far, we're 3-1. But nicely, now I have 2 3x3 pieces, or 3-inch pieces that are ready to use. Okay, 3 silvers and then 2 golds. Okay. I don't like either one. Kelly says neither. Gold. Oh, now I have 3 silvers and 3 golds and 1 don't use any. Gosh, I could use a don't use any vote. Gold. Gold. I think gold might be edging out silver at the moment. I kind of like the gold here. Gold. Okay, gold is definitely taking the lead. All right, well, I cut my silver, so this will have to be for another card later. And let's go ahead and glue down our gold. And like I said, tapping glue. Believe me, it works. And I haven't glued down my white layer just like we did before, because if this is not quite the right size, then I can still adjust, which, gosh, it's kind of short. So I'm going to have to trim my white piece. My measuring is, of course, a little off today. Whew. I don't know where that's coming from. All right, so remember when you cut this, you want to make sure that you don't mess up your glue layer that you've just put on there. So there we go, trim that tiny. So here's where you can see, do you see that tiny sliver that I was able, there's our glare, our tiny sliver that I was able to cut off of this card here with this trimmer. This is why I love this trimmer so much. It's really hard for trimmers to cut something that narrow. So when I get a good one, I am all about it. So, all right. Now, if your trimmer is getting, I'll show you this here actually, because mine I need to order some new blades for it. If it's getting a little like brushy at the edges, that's a sign that your blade is really wanting to be replaced with a new blade. So good time to go ahead and order a new set of blades for your trimmer. So, but it's great that we can get those. All right. Here we have our gold, and on our, oh, Anna says the stamp set wasn't even on. Oh, I like Cindy's. Okay, so Cindy's idea was to take this and take the black and white layers instead of making them square like this, to go ahead and tilt them, which would actually be kind of fun because it would be an echo of our what's that thing called? Handset, an echo of our handset here. So now let's go ahead and put some Stampin' Dimensionals on this. I love this, like all the creative ideas. I kind of feel like I could watch this video again and then make up the card with the next set of things. I have ink on my right hand. Oh, I do. Yeah, it's dry pretty fast. So thanks for the heads up though. I'll try not to get that on things. And it's because my hand is right here over my ink pad. So probably I should move that. Do you think? Okay, so there we have our little, our layer. Okay, I'm really liking how this is coming together, which is really funny to me because I made totally different choices on my first version, the one that I did before our video together, and I liked that one too. So, all right, what do we still need? We still need a greeting on here. Now, I have our pool party, And this would be a great time to use our pool party again. Or I have just another strip here of slightly different color. I'm not sure. I don't like that as much. So this is Lemon Lolly. And I brought it out because it's a lighter version of Crushed Curry, so related colors, but a little different. Oh, more bling. Don't worry. There's bling coming, Sue. And this is a nice sort of light version to use when you want something lighter. But I think we have to use our pool party because we had our votes earlier. So let me cut some pool party here. And I'm going to cut ourselves a strip. And then there are so many clever greetings in this stamp set. So if you didn't love this stamp set before, just wait. There are all kinds of fun things you can do with the greetings. So we have this big hey here, which you could use on a different shaped card for certain. We have hello, here for you, hi, ring. And ring is, in my mind, it's ring ring. It's not just ring, it's ring ring. So, but I realized that my my version of that is colored by the fact that I grew up in a time when phones rang, actually, which my kiddos would be a little bit foreign to. I remember when my kids were really little, we went to in our town, there's a place called the Museum of the Grand Prairie. That's a historical society kind of museum. It's really, really cute and they have great things, but they had a phone with dots, buttons to dial. And we used to practice. I used to have my kids this is so dorky of me. Okay, wait. But I'll tell you. I used to have my kids practice dialing that phone because we didn't have them at our house. It was all, it was a rotary dial phone. And we didn't have those at our house. We only had push buttons. And I didn't want my kids to be in a situation someday where they're someplace remote and emergency and they had to use the phone and they looked at this, how do I push the buttons? It doesn't work. So we used to practice doing the rotary dialing thing so that they would know what it was. So anyway, now I think that's only in a museum. So anyway, what can I say? So here we're going to go with our ring ring and I'm going to make them a little bit off. So, now I can't remember. Whoever wanted it to be off, we were in good shape. So, and now I'm going to take this and I'm going to give it a cute little slant like this. And we're going to add this to our card. Oh, I've missed some comments. I feel like the curry needs stamp off repeated images. Oh yeah, actually that could totally be cute, Kelly. You could take the heart and you could have an extra set of hearts. You could pair it kind of thing. I'm not going to now because it's dimensional, but we're going to add our ring ring. I like that idea. So when people are rewatching this video and remaking this card with all the different iterations, you're going to have to take Kelly's suggestion in there. All right, so now we have the same shape. We have our ring ring, but we need some bling bling to go with it still. So bling here, we have our stars and lightning and so forth, but even better for the mood of this card is our hearts and flowers. And these are from the Be Mine suite. And so these two, not the greatest match for our colors, but look right here. Is it coincidence? Well, kind of, but not really. I love it when Stampin' Up! Brings out different suites. So this is Sunny Days paper is totally different suite, but it matches these extra little elements. So they do a really good job of coordinating even within a mini catalog so that we have all the pieces that we want. And let's see, I could put Crushed Curry hearts or Pool Party hearts. I do not have a strong feeling one way or the other, so I guess it's going to be our last vote. Do we vote for a Crushed Curry heart or a Pool Party heart? Oh, I guess I do have a preference, but I won't tell you what my preference is until we vote. So here we go. Oh, I can even show you because the backing's clear. So there's what Pool Party looks like, and there is what Crushed Curry looks like. Pool Party, Crushed Curry, Pool Party, Crushed Curry. Okay, I see one vote for Crushed Curry. I see 2 votes for Crushed Curry. The Crushed Curry fans are quick fingers right now. They were a little slower before, but Crushed Curry. Oh, 3 votes in a row for 4 votes for Crushed Curry. Okay, clearly we are going with 5 votes. Okay, hands down. I will tell you, in case Paulette, I know you seem to vote the same. If you were going to say Pool Party, Paulette, that's what I was going to say too. All right, so let's go with Crushed Curry. And I feel like so that this doesn't end up just like as a one-off kind of thing, I'm gonna add 2 of these because I feel like adding just one could make it feel a little bit like it's a little bit floaty, like it's hanging out there on its own. So I'm gonna pull in 2 hearts there in crushed curry to add to our ring card. So I don't know about you guys, but I am pretty proud of this card. I like what we've created together. Lots and lots of cute possibilities. Are you ready to see the big reveal of my other one? Oh, Anna says 3. I do say 3 all the time. I'm going to count this one here as the 3rd of our little piece here. So, all right. Now, you guys ready to see the reveal? So here's the totally different version of this card. This is what happens when we stamp by committee. Here is the pool party version. So I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm kind of attached to the crushed curry one that we made together, but you can see here I did use the that lemon lolly paper and had that other option of that lighter yellow. And for this one, I really do like the lemon lolly with it. So, all right. So usually I would say the link is in the video description for all the supplies on this card, and it takes you directly to be able to find those things in my online store. But I've been informed and noticed that my specific shopping links aren't working today. So hopefully that's resolved by the time you're watching this video or later. But I don't know. Are we voting? The pool party, people like the pool party one the best. I like both of them. But I'm glad you like the pool party one. That was my first thought when I made this card. So, but you can see, like, there are lots and lots of different options, right? When you're building a card like this. Oh, I forgot to put the paper on this one. Let's see. I think this one needs silver. There we go. Okay. There we go. There. Unless that made you like it less. But there's our little bling there. So lots of different options for making a card like this. And then of course here is our original version with our rock and roll suite. So lots and lots of different possibilities for different ideas here. So, all right. So with that, I hope you guys are inspired to do some of your own stamping today. We had one brief hour of sunshine yesterday. So it feels today like it's like 1 hour of sunshine in the last week. And I think it's not going to be sunny again for a while still. So it feels like a day to stay in and stamp to me. But I hope you guys are inspired to give this a try. The 3x4 layout, honestly, I think is the ultimate card layout. There's so many different ways you can use it. Even within one stamp set and sort of colorway like we showed in our video today. But really any stamp set is great for this. Just change up the colors and change out the paper, change out the embellishments, and you are set to go. So thank you guys for stamping with me today. And by with me, I mean truly with me. Thank you for helping me make all the decisions. That was really fun. And I will look forward to seeing you again on Thursday with another Maker Mornings with Meg video. And remember, today is the 30th of January, so today and tomorrow are your last 2 days to place an online order with me and qualify for the LovenStamps monthly tutorials for the month of January. And those were the ones featuring our hearts. I don't see all of them here, but here's one of them. This was one of our projects. So the video tutorials for these are available, of course, as part of Maker Mornings with Meg. The PDF tutorials are one of the treats that you get for as my thank you for ordering. And if your order is $50 or more, you get a card kit in the mail to make 2 of these projects. And actually, I already have these card kits ready to go here. The projects you're going to get are the box, which I guess I do have here. There we go. So here's one of the boxes. You're going to get this box in the mail. And you're also going to get a card which is not stuck behind me, but you can see it in the videos. So anyway, hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you on Thursday with another project. It'll be a new month, and we'll be featuring a new bundle. So happy stamping, everybody. Have a great day.